That's funny though. Right, hello there, everyone. Welcome back to James Redmond TV, and welcome. We are here with the boys, and I'm in a bit of a different setting just because downstairs it is occupied. Let's just say that, and that's where my studio usually is. That being said, I am still with the usual guests. We are still here on the LFC Talk Show, but before we talk about what we're going to get into, let me introduce man like Alex. Oh, man, got it right, and he got it right. He got it right. And Doyle, oh, he got it right. He got it right. Jeez. How are you, lads?
All right, lads. Flying. I mean, not flying, like, but I'm all right, lads. I'm alive, man.
Yeah,
know
as good as what can be.
Woo!
Woo!
How about you, Gilly, lad? How are you, lads? How are you doing, Gilly?
I'm all right, man. Just same old stuff I was telling James before, just being active, getting stuff out there. Continuing the grind and hustle, boys. That's all I can say.
Yeah, man.
In the work, boys. He's reeling in
Oh,
the work. But people, make sure
Trying
that
to
you are
that.
smashing the likes. Make sure that you are also subscribed to the Cop TV. The title name is in the title. You know, if you click on that, it'll take you straight there. And yeah, boss. EarPods is falling out. But we move. Right, so let me get into what we're going to talk about today. And shout out to everyone that is in the stream. Please leave a like. Also subscribe. Also, if you want to become a member, you may do so by clicking the link in the description. Big up your damn selves. We've got 70 people in here already, so make sure, like I said, you do all the good stuff. But this is what we're going to be talking about today. First off, I mean, as much as I don't want to talk about it, but we're going to have to. Man United 3-2. And I'm in a good mood right now, so I feel like it's going to get me in a bad mood. But I don't know, we'll try and keep it as positive can be. So we're going to talk about that first, and then just about FXG and transfers, and then we're going to end it off with a little quiz. Positive vibes only, my friends, yeah? He's all right with that, the lads?
Posy vibes,
Yeah,
Posy
go on,
vibes on it.
Posy, yeah.
Posy vibes.
Posy one day.
Boss, just getting me drink.
So, yeah.
Man's back.
Man United 3-2, lad. Can you hear me?
We start off there. Well, the first thing that I actually want to touch on with the Man United 3-2 boys, as I just take a sip of my drink. The first thing that I want to mention, you know, the seeds oil, you know, the dance when you need to get the energy for the stream. Energy. Then
Have a haze one.
The energized drinks, of course.
I have one of these, lads.
Of course. Listen, my mate, of course. Should I, fella? That's what you love to see. The first thing I want to talk about, boys, is Jurgen Klopp and his. Nah, but I want to touch on Jurgen Klopp and his decisions. I think, you know, that's the first thing that made. That's the first thing I noticed going into yesterday's game. The starting 11 that he made and the substitutions as well. I want to get your thoughts, and I'll tell you mine dead quick. With the starting 11, when I saw it, I'm not going to lie, I was okay with it, but there was one big problem for me, and it's the fact he rested Joel Matip. I know why he's doing it. Long term, that's beneficial for Joel Matip because we know that he can barely string 3 games in a week, let alone any more than that. So I'm aware that, you know, you've got to rest Joel Matip, but do you rest him in a big game against Manchester United? I don't care if you don't care about the FA Cup. I do. I want to win that game, and if they go on to win the FA Cup, I'm fuming. I'm absolutely devastated because we were a part of that, and this is why I have a problem. Even though Klopp has been put in this position by the board, of course, he is still the face and the poster boy for what is going on at Liverpool right now. You can't deny that. And another thing, when he's having to play Reece Williams, a player who was in the conference last season, it's like, it just makes me think that it's very, very, I don't know what it is, but just naive is the word that screams out to me when I think of the board. And that was the first thing that stood out. And then the substitutions. And this is where you blame Klopp. Just didn't agree with them. I agree with Mane. But we brought on Origi too late for me. Some people will question him, Minamino. We'll talk about more about him in a bit. But, you know, Alex, I'll talk to you first, my mate. Do you agree with anything I've just said about my thoughts and what I thought was wrong?
Yeah, I actually do think I saw one of your tweets earlier where I think you quote tweeted someone who was basically criticising Reece Williams, and I think you said something like, "It's not him we should be criticising; it's the board for not buying us a new centre back. He should never even have been in that position where we're pinning all of our hope on him anyway from the start. Like he just shouldn't, like you said, play for Kidderminster last season." in front of about 400 people. I know there was no people there, but if you're playing an FA Cup fourth round game at Old Trafford and you're a 19 kid, and even if there's 50, because there's probably about, if you look to the bench area, there's probably about 50 people there, 50 to 75 people there, I would say, press, subs, team staff. I don't care what anyone says. They can still make some noise. And even though the 75,000 aren't in there, that's a big stage. And he never really should have been put in there. I think maybe it was naive from Klopp. I know he believes in him. I know he trusts him as a young prospect, but you play Matip in the game. We can't look ahead to every league game when there's a big important game at Old Trafford on a Sunday and an FA Cup before that. So you play your best team for that game. And I'm the same as you. I wanted us to win that tournament desperately. We haven't won it since 2006. Every time we go out, which I'm sure we'll speak about, Wolves twice, West Ham, West Brom, Chelsea, and now United in Klopp's 5 years, it hurts. And I know, yes, the easy argument for a Liverpool fan says, well, we've won the Champions League, we won the Premier League. Yeah, but for me, it kind of summed up Klopp's feelings towards this competition by not starting Matip. I understand he's injured. You want to save him for Tottenham, but like I said, if he's fit and he's ready to play, you play him.
And he is fit, and that's what the big problem is. I agree, Alex. Doyle, do you have anything to add to that?
Not really. It's like, what can Klopp do, really? He's shitting himself, lad. He can't play the centre-backs that he wants to play. Reece Williams, it's not his fault. He's playing against Cavani, lad. You know what I mean? He's literally one of the most experienced strikers in the world.
He's playing against Cavani, Rashford.
You know what I mean?
He was playing against
what he's supposed to do, lads. You can't blame him.
And Trent didn't help him as well.
Lads, we all know that Matip, lad, he's like a pack of crisp, lad. He just breaks, doesn't he, lads? So Klopp is just like going, what am I supposed to do here, lad? And that's why it's like, I can't blame anyone, lad, and I'm not going to blame Klopp for it, defo, lad. I feel like the decisions that he made were ones that he's having to do out of necessity, lad. Matip gets injured all the time, and we can't, like, if he would have got injured then, what for Spurs, lad? We would have been, lad. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, so
I suppose take that risk, though, you take the risk.
Nah, sorry, Alex, just dead quick, mate, before you say your point. I think for the long term, I understand why Liverpool have done it. I just think, just not for that game, man. Like, I know we've got...
I know what you mean. Well. You, lad.
It's just like, there's ways to do it. Sorry, Alex, you jumped on yours.
No, literally, that's all I was going to say. Just in a game that. I mean, I'm pretty sure that every FA Cup game we played against United, at least Gerrard played in all of them. So, you play your big players.
Facts. From Danny Donovan, thank you, by the way, for the super chat. We massively appreciate anyone who supports the channel, so shout out to you themselves. Danny Donovan, it was an encouraging performance.
There's a quick go through to my account for that as well. Yeah. You split that 3 for you, 1 for me as well.
Interrupted me while I'm reading a super chat, fam.
Come on, get his money's worth. Go on.
Danny Donovan, it was an encouraging performance yesterday. There was more different purpose to our play, feeling more confident now. You'll never walk alone. And you know what? Listen, you can be down in the dumps for the fact we lost to Manchester United. Facts, you absolutely can do. But at least we actually did play well against them. And you know what? I was going to talk about this later on, but I'll get out of the way. With the fact, man, like Danny Donovan brought it up, we was better yesterday. It might have not been perfect, but we came up against a team who, let's be real, right now are better than us. They are better depth than we did. They had a better bench, and arguably on form, their players are better. So it's one of them things. You've got to look at them. Well, there's no arguing about it. On form, they are better than us. Do you know what I mean? But when I talk about Salah, when I talk about Firmino, was they back, boys? I mean, not completely back. I know that you can't, but is this the start
Salah's
of
finishing was
something
good
that we can be excited about for the near games?
Yeah, the first touch passing was back, lad. Like the one touch type of passing between them. Salah's finishing was on. That finish that he done with his weak foot, dinking it over Henderson, lad. That's brilliant, bro. That's what you want to see. So that's the one thing you can take out of this game is, we lost to the Manx, lad. And I do agree with the point that we always try to beat the Manx. It doesn't matter if it's a friendly, lad. You're always trying to beat the Manx, lad. So, I agree with that point.
Lad.
Yeah, lads.
What about you, Alex?
Yeah, I can't say anything more than he played the wrong player. like you said, bro, if they go on to win this now, we're going to be sitting there fuming because we had the opportunities. I mean, yes, Salah's first finish was great. I actually think the keeper should have saved Salah's second goal. I'm not going to lie to you. Firmino's finishing wasn't great. He had opportunities. Milner, but I would say they're back to about 65 to 70% of their full capabilities in that performance anyway. Firmino 2 assists, Salah 2 goals. It's Mane that's gone quiet though, lads. That's the one that we just didn't. I know he didn't start yesterday, but it's.
He's been like the best of a bunch, Mane, hasn't he? Like he's been one of them. Like even in the games where all three of them play, he's the better one. But he's still shit, and I think this is a point to bring up from Ben with the fact we're lacking goals. I know we brought in Jota, but not to get that little bit more cover. I understand wages are a whole other aspect, so I can't get them side of things. But why didn't we look at someone like a Cavani? Someone who will definitely get you goals when you've got injuries. And why don't Liverpool focus on that squad depth side of things? Because
we had a Origi, lad. We had an Origi, lad. Last season,
good. He's done all right against Burnley, but.
Lad, this season has been awful, but there's a reality, lad, that we all love him because he's been good for us, lad, and he's got his goals. He scores clutch goals, lad. Scores goals in the moments where you need them. So that's why we kept him. That's why we never got another striker other than Diogo Jota. But this season, he has just been atrocious, lad. Like that chance against Burnley, that literally sums him up now, doesn't it? That's what he is for Liverpool, lad. Nearly there, but not quite, lad. So. That's why we haven't done it. I do agree that we should get a striker in the summer, but that's going to depend on us selling. Like we said the other day, lad, these are not making as much money as they usually do, lad, from ticket sales and the match day. They're not making dough from that. So they're going to be really cautious about how they spend their money going forward. So they're only probably going to spend money if we get rid of somebody. And I think Origi, these little fringe players need to... These are the ones that got a chip, lad, so we can buy somebody else. Because if you look at City, lad, they always buy great players like Gabriel Jesus, lad. Who the fuck was he, bro? No one knew who he was, that. And I was, you know what I mean? We need to start doing that type of stuff. The way we got Bobby Firmino. We need to get somebody else in. Sam,
this is, and defo, man, 100%. Do you know this comment as well from Harry? KDB, how did we wake up? We can take advantage and get back to the top of the league. And I hear what he's saying because De Bruyne is one of Man City's more key players. But let me ask you this question, boys. I'm only saying this because of the title race. Let's just be real. Man City are the favourites to win the title now. That's a fact. Another thing, do you see, even with De Bruyne in that team, do you see Man City not scoring any goals?
No, lad. They score plenty. That's what they're designed to do. That team is galactic goals, lad.
Right, I agree. I agree. I absolutely agree. But then, are they going to concede any? No, because they've still got the best players there. And they've invested where they've still got a Gabriel Jesus. They've still got a Sergio Aguero.
A Gundogan. Like Gundogan's a beast. If Kevin De Bruyne is gone...
I'm only saying that because De Bruyne has played in that position. I'm only saying that because he played in the false nine. That's why I'm bringing Aguero and Jesus. But Gundogan, Bernardo Silva,
Ferran Torres.
Brighton the other week, and he had about all the first teamers on the bench, and it didn't matter.
Yeah. I mean, Gundogan has stepped up, to be fair, even though I know it was Silva's goal the other day, that was a disgrace. But Gundogan stepped up, and I can't even see them getting affected by it that much, to be honest. They just stick another one in, whereas Virgil comes out and we're big. I mean, to be fair though, City did suffer massively when Laporta got injured.
That's different, though.
And that's what we're experiencing now. He was key because at the time
injuries.
But at that time, that was their downfall, was their defence, and him going out kind of just made it worse. But they dealt well with injuries and
I forgot about that.
Defence win your leagues. Yeah, defence win the leagues. And listen, Laporte's fit now, and he's not even starting. And it's like it just shows we're not in a position where we can compare that situation because we've got way more injuries. It's a fact, and it's just one of them things where it's the board, but Jurgen Klopp's going to be the one getting the blame. The players are going to be getting the blame when it's not their fault. And it leads me on to Reece Williams, because with Reece Williams, he's playing. You said it with my tweet. He's playing a game that he's not good enough in. Like it's not his level. It's not that he's not good enough as a player to one day get there. but you're putting him in a situation that's impossible for him to do well in. It's like Adrian. Yeah. It's like we finally realised Adrian is this. He's not this. He might have made a couple of saves that made us believe he was kind of decent, but he's this. And we realised that very soon. We've now realised that Kelleher is better, and we made that adjustment.
Obviously.
We can't just do that. We got lucky with Kelleher. Kelleher's one of them. He doesn't have to play game in, game out, but it's different in other cases. So I want to know what you think about Rhys Williams, his performance. I think he was the main reason why we lost the game, but it's not directly his fault. We've got to look elsewhere. What do you reckon, Alex?
I mean, I would have gone, if we are going to go with a weaker centre-back in that game, we really should have gone for Nat Phillips.
Yeah.
But you kind of like, you can't be angry at Rhys, can you? Like, how can you be angry at a 19-year-old kid playing in a game that's way beyond? Yeah. I mean, yes, he's played in the Champions League. Yes, he's had his debut in the Premier League now, and FA Cup and what have you. But he's probably played about 30 games of professional football. And then all of a sudden you're throwing him into that. It's crazy. It's not his fault. I don't even want to talk about the mistake because I just feel like, you know, we shouldn't even talk. It just shouldn't even be playing. So
it's heavy though.
Why? It's heavy.
It's Man United, the post and all that. Makes me sick, lad. They're jumping up and down like they've beat the title holders, lad, and that's not the title holding team, and you know it's not. What are you like? It's just one of them, lad. We've just got to take these licks right now and be like,
He's still listen though, Doyle.
He played well.
I hate the man more than the next guy, but let's be honest, like we'd be celebrating even if they had injuries, so we can't turn into that fan base. I don't want us doing that. They can celebrate, and I was fuming when that final whistle went.
They can celebrate, but that's not the title winning team, lad. Everyone knows it. It's not, lad.
No, it's not the same team, but it's still Manchester United versus Liverpool, and we still have the potential to go on and win that game. But due to a forced situation, it's much, much more difficult when you have to start someone like Rhys Williams. And it's like this comment here. Williams, like Lovren, not good enough, but Lovren was well better and way more experienced than Rhys Williams. There's no doubt. And we got 10 million.
I think there would have been a riot if Lovren stayed, though, bro.
Nah, I don't want to be now, lad.
Everyone was sound with Lovren.
No, not now. I'm saying, no, they weren't, bro. Trust me. I was not the sound with Lovren at all. He ruined many, many games for us. And here's the reason we lost that 4-1 game at Tottenham. We lost to City. We lost to Watford. He started all those games. Yeah, I definitely would have sold him.
You're telling me you would have sold him if it meant we weren't going to bring in someone?
But that's what happened in the end. Obviously, if I'd sold him, I would have made sure I replaced him, but we never. So we had to get on with the fact that he's not around and we've got to make do with what we've got.
No, Alex, would have you kept him if you knew we weren't going to replace him?
It's a silly question, though. How would I ever know that at the time?
It's not a silly question.
I would have replaced him.
No, because they know that. Because they know that. You're saying, how do you know that? They know that. So I'm asking you, if you're bored in that position, do you sell Dejan Lovren if you're not going to go out and get a replacement yourself?
No.
Are you saying that like John Henry and that was like, right, listen, we're going to sell Lovren and we're not going to bring anyone else in? Do you think he said that? Do you think we've not even tried to get another centre back? How bizarre.
What if you just said that? If you saw the position that we're in, we went into the season with 3 senior centre backs because they're tight as fuck.
Yeah, but do you think he would have actually said we are going to sell him and not replace anyone? And you think Klopp's gone, hang on, we should maybe buy a centre back?
It doesn't matter if he said it in them exact words. It doesn't matter if John Henry said it in them exact words. That's what John Henry has done, which meant that was his intentions. Otherwise, he would have got a centre back. He would have got one now.
The plan would have been to replace him
in November. Then fair enough, he can get someone in January. But it doesn't matter. We're in January, and he still hasn't bought nada.
I think we've got to wait, lad, until the end of the window. The end of the window is when we can start moaning, lad, because we all know what Liverpool do, lad. We buy mad bars at the end of windows or at the very start. We do it all the time, lad. So we've got to just be patient, I think. Have a look at it, see what happens. But again, we've got to think about what we were saying this on the stream the other day. Dads was saying it, lad. These are businessmen that we're talking about right now. So they're looking at the next few seasons and they're saying, right, we're not making the dough that we've been making from Liverpool because of a number of factors. No fans at the things, all that type of stuff. So match day values going right down. So they're probably thinking, we can't afford to make big decisions right now without the future prospects being clear to us. What are we supposed to do as businessmen? Because we don't know if that's going to ruin us. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And what Dad said, he said, Klopp's in the moment right now, which we are as well. Fans are always going to be in the moment. We want to see us win all the time. That's what we want to see, lads. But they've got to think about it like a business and think about ahead, and if that's going to actually be beneficial for Liverpool in 5-6 years' time. Do you get what I mean? So we've got to be patient. I think next season, I'm already looking forward to next season, which is my mentality right now, lads. It's a bit shit. The only thing I can say is we're lucky right now, yeah.
But we can fix this season. We can fix it. It's just the board's fault.
Champions League, lads. We're lucky that we could just about. We've gone through this vein of form without the Champions League. We're proper lucky, lads. So we can bounce back in that Champions League, which is what we usually do when we're doing poor in the Prem anyway. We historically used to do that all the time, lad. Hopefully, we'll have an all right season, lads. So we'll just see. It is shit being out the FA Cup, though, because that would have been nice to win.
Give him the dough, lad.
Just give him the fucking dough, lads.
Just fucking give him the dough, lad.
Nah. Boys, I haven't even wrote this in the plan of what we're going to talk about, but the comments are mentioning Thiago, and I'm not going to lie, it's not that I'm sold on the player himself. The player himself is the best player in our squad. People get that through your heads. However, in our system, the players seem to be giving the ball to him just a lot more than what it just seems to need to happen. Seems like the system's changed and it's slowed down slightly. I don't know if that's because we're worried about being open against the opposition, but what do you think, boys, about Thiago? Don't get me wrong, every time he's on the ball, I know how good of a player he is, but for the system,
they're trying to alleviate Trent and Robbo, lads. That's what they're trying to do right now, so that they're not having the responsibility of assisting for everything, lad. But because we're becoming predictable, it's just whipping crosses in constantly. See how many times Trent's losing the ball nowadays, lads, because he's just throwing crosses.
Why do we keep? It's because we keep playing it down the hand side. If you give the player the ball, if it's one man against 11, he's gonna not win.
Yeah, of course.
And it's like when Trent plays, he gets on his head as if he's by himself, and the team isn't moving.
He's trying to overanalyze the game, lad. He's thinking about it too much, lad. He's sitting there going, I'm this good, so I can do this. And when really he's not playing instinctively anymore. None of the players are playing instinctively anymore because they're all in their own heads. And all they want to do is win a fucking game of footy, lads. Do you want to win a game of footy? As soon as you get winning again, hopefully it'll come back to it. But I'm thinking the Champions League, that might spare us into it because Liverpool come alive in cups, lad. In that Champions League, we come alive. So I'm just hoping that's our last, second wind. That's our second wind that can pick us up, lad. That's what I'm hoping for, to be honest.
Yeah. Hey, Alex, do you agree with me with this? The only reason why we didn't beat Manchester United yesterday, and in fact the 0-0, is the fact we haven't got game changers like what Manchester United's got, like the two that Mojo's mentioned.
That's a ridiculous comment. That is a ridiculous. We haven't got game changers. We've got 11 of them.
It sounds like
with a full with a full fit team.
But
you don't become a game changer overnight. You don't lose your game changer status just because you've had 5 shit games. Like we have, Gini Wijnaldum's a game changer. Shaqiri's a game changer.
Robbo,
Trent.
Okay, may I use
even Origi comes on in the final and changes the game. It's ridiculous.
A different example. May I use a different example? For example, Coutinho. I feel like even in this team, Coutinho would still do well because he can get a goal out of nothing.
Yeah. We need to define what we think the game changer is.
I know what you're saying. I get what you mean. You're trying to...
Maybe that's a stupid question, but the way I look at a game changer is somewhat. I'm kind of looking at who would in this situation save Liverpool. That's the way I'm looking at a game changer. I'm not looking at the usual definition. I'm looking at a Jack Grealish. I'm looking at a Phil Coutinho. We haven't got someone in that squad who can, in my opinion, grab the team by the balls itself when we're in dying moments like that. And it's not just being the bad form. It's been quite a bit recently. Even though Firmino got the late goal against Spurs, that was a team effort to get to that point. And it's like, obviously, that still counts as much as anything else. But if Coutinho can score a goal like a Bruno
Thiago's
Fernandes,
supposed
like
to
a
be that
Bruno
player, lad.
Fernandes is a serious.
Thiago's supposed to be that player for us, not just with goals, with assists, lad. He dictates the football game, lad. So maybe he gets a late assist in the game and Mo Salah scores a tap in.
This is why we need a centre-back so we can put Fabinho back into his rightful position of number 6 and then play Thiago number 8.
Oh, imagine that.
Or 10,
imagine
like,
that,
and
lad.
Hendo's 8 or whatever. That's the dream that we've wanted from day one.
Fab Hendo and Thiago in the midfield would just be...
listen,
we've been
you could even say...
Just give me it.
You could even, you could even say, the fact that we are not buying a centre-back is potentially going to ruin Thiago's Liverpool career. Get on that.
Don't say that, lads. Do not say that, lad. Don't be soft.
No, I said potentially.
Lads,
facts.
Lads, it's his first year, yeah. It's his first year. He's going to play more next season, bro, when Virgil van Dijk and Gomez
No, but Doyle, get up.
What?
You know what I mean, though?
No. Like, if we keep playing... if we keep playing Thiago... because he's good enough. No, he'll never go shit. Listen, Thiago, he's always going to be boss. When he's 45, he's going to be boss. That being said, one thing we know, he's injury prone. Not just even at Liverpool. At Bayern Munich, he was injury prone. Barcelona as well. If the time that he's fit now, he's having to play more because we've got midfielders in the back line because we haven't got a centre-back. So when I say to this to you, what if he was to get it? And I know it's if, buts, maybes, and I am touching wood. But what if he was to get an injury till next season? Then he's got to come back into the team. And even though he will get into the team, he'll need to get a run of form again. So in that aspect, do you hear what Alex is saying from maybe that point of view that could ruin his Liverpool career? Not his career, Liverpool.
Any player that could happen to any Liverpool player right now. Did he get injured until next season? Yeah, it could ruin his career, lads.
No, but it's different with Thiago because he's older and he's got injury problems.
Yeah, but still. Nah, lads, he's going to be fine. He'll be sweet. Next season, he'll be just doing 1-2s with Virgil and that, lad. You know what I mean? Don't worry, lad. You can't think like that. You can't
deny this then. No, Doyle, you can't deny this then. Because we're only trying to look at it from, what it can be, but you can't deny this. Thiago would be better if we had a centre-back.
Yeah, defo, the whole team, lad. We would probably be top of the league, lad, in my opinion, right now, if we had our centre-backs, lad. I genuinely believe that.
And that's my point. Thank you.
But
these comments are just stupid, man. That's the one comment. Like, there's a few like these, but comments like this are just absolutely... This is a Champions League dictator.
Any football player that watches Thiago play football is literally just like... That's how you play football. That's what you're supposed to do. He's like the model of a football player, lad. Yeah. That's what you do. He's got the perfect technique for everything. You watch him and just go, he does a 2-yard pass, lad, and you go, that was sick. I don't know how it's sick, lad, but it still looks sick.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? It's one of them, lad.
Did you see that meme of me? Did you see that meme of me?
That's why I said
someone tagged it, and they said, like, every time Thiago makes a 2-yard pass.
Is that what
just
like, that was boss.
It's absolutely amazing. But no, shout out to yourself, people. We've got 200 people in here. Make sure you're smashing the likes and make sure you go and subscribe to the Crop TV because what they do is absolutely marvellous. And if you subscribe to there, then you subscribe to there. But next topic that I want to go into, boys, is I want to mention Klopp's recent FA Cup results, and that's the reason why I've put like the title in the thumbnail that I have. And it's like, not only have we done poor this year, and yes, we were against Man United and whatnot, but if you look at our recent results, so 15-16, we lost 2-1 to West Ham in the fourth round.
I remember that game.
16-17, we lost 2-1. We lost 2-1 to Wolves at home when they was a championship club in the fourth round. I was at that game. 17-18, West Brom, 3-2 loss. Fourth round, I was at that game. That was actually the first game VAR was introduced, I believe, or one of the first games. 18-19, Wolves again, 2-1 loss in the third round. 19-20, which is last season, Chelsea, 2-1 loss, fifth round.
That game.
Boys, not good enough.
Lads, it's one of them. No foreign player comes to England and goes, you know what? you know what, lad? I proper want to win the FA Cup.
Yes,
You know,
they do,
if
bro.
I could win any cup, it'd be the FA Cup.
It doesn't matter. I
that's
want
just
to
the
win
way
the
it
FA
is.
Cup.
That's not an
Because
excuse for
don't
going
wanna be
out
shut-
every year, bro.
Right.
That
Let
is
me
not
let
an
me
It's
let
not.
me before
is
you
not
go
an
try
excuse.
and have a fight with me and that.
Doyle,
Yeah.
Not
Doyle,
Listen to me. Let me explain my point.
Championship.
Let me explain my point. Right. Do you know what any of
Go
the
on.
other leagues' FA Cup is called?
Yes, the Coppa Italia, Coppa del Rey, Coupe de France, every single one.
Do you mean 3? You know 3 of them.
Oh, right. So, and the FA Cup, that's 4 out of the 5 big leagues. How
What's
many
the
do you
German
know?
one?
They're most of the
None.
top leagues.
None.
What's the
That's what I was about
German
to say.
one? Is that even
Anyway,
fucking
my
hell?
point is,
It's like the Pascal. It's like the Dosh. It's like the I don't know.
Wow.
Something like
It's,
Dosh.
it's
It's
called the
point is,
DFK Potball.
when
That's
you've
what
got
it's
your
called.
manager, when you've got
DFB
your manager,
Pokal.
Pascal.
Told
There you
you.
go.
There's
Listen,
5
lads.
out of
Just said
5.
it,
Get
Doyle.
on that, you
Hey.
shit house. And the
Hey.
Scottish Cup, there's 6.
No one's asked. Listen.
Oh no, I didn't
No.
read the super
I'm
chat.
asked. Everyone's asked.
No one's asked. No one is. Hey,
You're
so
heavy,
Klopp,
bro.
lad,
Let me
You're
just read
heavy.
this, the boys, and then we can continue
Go on,
our
yeah.
argument.
Go on, yeah.
Let me just
Go on.
read this second, and then we can continue our arguments. Man like Mo, €2. Thank you very much, my friend. Hola, mis compadres. I'm assuming you're from Spain just because it's euros.
Mate, that's
That
a
being
pound
said,
coin.
Thiago only missed 5 games last season.
That's a pound coin, kid, not
Oh,
euro.
I'm blind then. Well, hello. Would you like a cup of tea? Why am I speaking to him like he's a Tory, mate? Anyway, Thiago only missed 5 games last season because of injury, but overall, he's known to be more of an injury-prone player. Maybe recently he hasn't been as bad, but he has had
he had
problems
one
over
massive
his career.
injury. He had one massive injury, and he had little ones ever since then. But he's never had them since that, lad. It's a bit of a myth, lad. Otherwise, Klopp wouldn't have bought and believed that. Anyway, my point is,
Am I wrong?
Listen, lad. My point is, Klopp is not putting any emphasis on the Premier League or the Champions League, and neither are the owners. So when you've got players that are coming over who are not really going to know what the FA Cup is really. They're not really going to be like, yes, that's the cup I want to win. They're not.
Yes,
there's no motivation to win this cup. That's what I see it as.
That is not an excuse, brother. We should be winning every single trophy that we enter.
There probably should be, but the culture at the club and in the country right now is not many people see the FA Cup
All right, then.
as big as the Premier. It's not as big as the Premier League or the Champions League, is it?
You
can't say it is.
Boys,
It's definitely not,
brother. No, that's not the way to look at it.
You go first, Alex. You go first.
All right, so we'll go to Gerard's house and take his FA Cup final winners' medals off him. Yeah, you're cool with that? Because he won't care, will he?
That's who's off? Extreme, lads. I never said that.
No, that's your point.
I'll give a point.
I said the Premier League is better than the FA Cup, and so is the Champions League.
And
that is a correct statement.
Doyle, you are absolutely right. That is the correct statement. The Premier League's better than FA Cup. However, if this team doesn't have the ambition to go for an FA Cup, then I am raising an eyebrow to Jurgen Klopp. Why are these players not motivated enough?
Agreed. And I've just explained, because there's no motivation for it. There's no.
That's not an excuse.
I know. I'm not saying this is an excuse.
I'm saying. No, Alex, he's agreeing with us. He's agreeing with us. It's just.
I'm saying
that's
that
the way
could be the motivation.
It's just not the way it should be.
There's no. Yet the culture at the club is not like that, and I feel like even 10 years ago in England, the FA Cup was still celebrated a lot more than it is now. And I think another reason is, honestly, Arsenal have won it that many times, lad. I'm not like disrespecting them, lad, but you know when like you see a club who's struggling in every department and they're winning it, the boys, like, I'm not, you know what I mean? They've ruined the cup's name. I'm not.
No, mate, we beat them in a final.
I'm only messing.
Tell you why I want that trophy so bad.
Because we're not going to win anything else.
Trophy. And it is. No, it is a major trophy, possibly, yeah. But another reason is the fact that we haven't. This team, this squad of players, hasn't added the FA Cup to that selection. They got the Premier League, Champions League, Cup, World Cup,
I like that.
Super Cup, but they haven't got the FA Cup.
I like that point of view. That's the best point of view I've heard of it. Like that, I want them to win everything. I agree with that. Every single cup needs to be under their name, and I agree with that. That's the best point. That's the best one I've heard.
Apart from the FA Cup, that was your point, yeah.
If you want a lawyer, sign me up. if you want a lawyer, sign me up. I will win debates. I agree. I think the one thing we can all agree on, that record's not good enough. No matter what the ambition, these players should be able to beat a Wolves in the Championship in 16-17 at Anfield, even though we were shitter then. We should be able to beat Wolves in 18-19. We should be able to beat Chelsea last season. Not
Yeah,
good enough for me, especially the
every single one of them
fifth
games.
round.
I remember every single one of them games, and I think the Wolves one in 16-17. Remember watching it on holiday. It was early January, and that what's his name scored for Wolves. Andy Vyman. Yeah, facts, knowledge.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Well, no, you don't need to.
He's right, mate, bro. He's right there, fella.
Yeah.
He's right, fella. But shout out to everyone who was in the chat. Make sure that you leave a like. There is nearly 300 people in here, so share it as well. You know what I mean? Share it on Twitter, the Instagram, all of the good stuff, and we'll get a family here. But leave a like while you're here as well, people, please, and subscribe to the Cop TV. But the next thing that I want to touch on the list is the Minamino situation. I only want to scrape over it because we've got many other things to do in the show. But Minamino, should he be played against Manchester United? And I'm only asking not because I think he should have, but because I'm seeing a lot on Twitter like, oh, he should have played this, that. He should be playing over Origi, this, that. I disagree. But do you think, Doyle, that Minamino should have played against United? And do you think he should play more?
I think that if you're going to bring Origi on, then you might as well bring Minamino on. There's no difference between the two, lad. Origi had his chance last game. Bring Minamino on for this one for the to have a chance, lad. I think it's just fairness. That's all it is, really. Give them equal opportunity because they're both shit. That's about it, really.
I disagree.
I think I would have got on the
pitch.
I think I would have got on the pitch before Minamino last night. And that's saying something.
No one wants to pass to him, lad. Nobody on that pitch passes to Minamino. Pass. He's proper standing there in space. Lad, he could be on the goal line.
Because he's not good enough.
Nobody's there. And you just have to pass it to him to score. And they go, nah, lad. And just take a shot themselves. It's just the way it works with Minamino, lad. It's heavy.
Boys.
I don't... Do you reckon there's a
hey, boys, get on this. My man Minamino got butted by friggin' 18-year-olds. 18-year-olds. And he got moved. I'm not being funny. He's not good enough or even capable physically to be in our team. Origi is at least a striker who can get a goal out of nothing. He might be lazy, but he's still better. He's a better.
I don't even think he's lazy, lad. I think he's just super unconfident.
We got him for shirts. We got Minamino for shirts.
Is Minamino and Origi the same age?
We did.
Yeah.
Yes,
I think Minamino might be a year older.
What?
Yeah, actually, they're probably both 25.
Yeah, Minamino's about 25, 26.
Okay.
Why
do I think Minamino was old?
It is, man. Well, talking from one of our... Minamino's an old man, fella, and he looks like a boy.
Benjamin Button.
James Evans live stream.
Benjamin Minamino.
Boys, do you know what's mad about Minamino as well? It's the fact that he's been through puberty and he's still getting bodied by pitch.
When are you going to hit puberty, James?
That was fucking funny, that lad. Jay's lost his neck, lad. Jay's got no neck, lad.
Last time I left that hard, I fell off my fucking dinosaur, motherfucker.
That should demonetize.
Anyway. Yeah, facts. And James, let's be real, Origi is not good enough, but neither is Minamino, and Minamino is much worse.
Both just not good enough, lad.
Facts,
lad.
Facts. Anyway, people, we're going to move on to the next subject. Henderson and Naby obviously missed the game against Manchester United. Henderson was due to an injury. Naby, because he's injured, 25-8. What's your stance on Naby? Do you want him to go in the summer? Do you want him to stay? Alex, you go first, my brother.
He's the first one out the door, unfortunately. Goodbye, Naby. Yeah.
Before
Nabila. Feliz Navidad. Yeah, before Ox. I still want to give Ox another 6 months, to be honest, just to see what the crack is there. But Naby, sorry, buddy.
Why,
You've ruined
Alex,
the number
why
8
mad?
legacy shirt. There's the fucking door, son, and fucking shut it on the way out.
I mean, no
Cold.
hatred towards him, lad. I've got no hatred towards him.
Is
Just
that the only reason?
you're broken, lad.
I
You're a
don't hate
broken
him.
human being, lad. Your
You just
body is
need to
broken.
go. It's
Like,
time to go.
15 mil for a broken leg. That's what we've paid for, lad.
Nabila.
So yeah, him, Origi, straight out the dope.
Joel
Who else?
Matip, Mr. Skips, off your
Lad, I
fucking
like
goal,
Joel
kid.
Matip, lad. I wouldn't mind
So
keeping
do
him, lad.
I would love to give him a hug
You
and tell him how
can't
great
do all
he is,
these
but I'd
players
probably
at
injure him,
once.
bro.
Nah, you
can't do
can't. That's the whole point.
You
That's
can't
what I
do
was literally about to say, that, lad.
Yeah,
Because
but
yeah,
this is what you do. You line up all the replacements now.
No, you still can't do that.
Alex, get on this. Nah, you can't. Get on this because we're gonna get no money. We're gonna get next to no money for Matip. We might get a bit, but it won't be a hefty amount. We'll get next to no money for Ox because obviously he's just always injured. And Naby Keita, it's debatable, but we're going to lose a lot of money. So when you put it into perspective with the fact Gini is most likely not going to sign a new contract, then if it's me, I'm keeping Naby. Because one of the circumstances too, because I feel like if he can play, he can still add something. Klopp signed him for a reason.
Time
Klopp
to go,
said
buddy.
the two best Bundesliga midfielders is Thiago and Keita, and I still want to go off that narrative and for them to create history, and that can still happen. But Naby needs to play. However, Oxlade hasn't played for seasons on end, consistently. Who else? Tahi's not good enough. Curtis is still completely unproven. Gini's about to go out. Milner's 36, so we can't sell all these players.
Yeah, we can't.
I think Oxlade will go first.
I think we can't sell that many players simply because you can't bring that many players in at a time as well and go play football together, because that won't work, lads. It just won't happen. So we've got to be careful about how we go about it. I feel like keeping Matip's good because he's a good player, lad. Matip's a good footballer. We just need to buy 2 more centre-backs, reliable ones, good ones that we can actually put in the team. We've just been nailed heavily with the injuries this season, so we're all freaking out a little bit, but we definitely do need centre-backs, lad. So, yeah. Innit?
He's got to go.
1 sec, boy. He's just sorting out.
Naby Keita's all right. He plays good football when he does play. He's a decent footy player, lad. He just doesn't play because he's broke. His legs are broke, lad.
Exactly. If we can't, like I said, lads, I think we spoke about this on the last show. You write a list of who you can rely on and who you can't rely on. The ones you can't rely on, goodbye, come again. See you later.
This is the point.
Goodbye.
The point is,
goodbye.
Businessmen.
All the best.
They're going to be businessmen about it, lad. They're not going to want to take a loss. If he's got a chance of developing and they've got a chance of selling him for more
if
in
you're
a few
a
years' time.
You fucking sell him now, bro. You cut your losses and get rid of him before he becomes a £10 million player.
Not in this climate, lad. Not in this climate. Like I said, Origi is the one that I can see going. I want to see him go so we can bring somebody else in and some centre-backs. There's not going to be much buying without selling,
rid of
lad.
him as well, yeah.
Well, I can't see us. I can see us buying one extra player without selling anybody else, because the way the climate is right now and no one's making any money, I really can't see us spending loads of money on stuff unless we're selling players.
Facts, yeah, genuinely. I agree. I think it's one of them with Naby, mate. I just wouldn't sell him. I agree with BB. Shout out to yourself. Naby is a good player, but he needs to stay fit. If he stays fit, I'm more than willing to give him the next few months to be able to do that, and even the first 6 months of next season, or even the whole season, because he's young and because of the circumstances elsewhere. Otherwise, I probably agree with Alex. He just hasn't shown enough fight. He hasn't shown enough, even sometimes on the pitch, that he's good enough. But we're not really in a position where we can be losing such a profit on Naby Keita. And I agree with Doyle. I think they are going to be businessmen and they're not going to be wanting to offload one of their bigger signings while they've been at the club. It's just a fact. And, it hasn't worked out so far, but who's to say it can't work out? How old is Naby?
27.
Do
you hear what I'm saying, boys? It's like he's got a chance. He's got time there. Have I maybe changed your mind on this, Alex, in any way, shape or form? Do you think that Naby can possibly be good enough? And he can come back for now.
I don't know. We'll never find out because he just gets injured, bro. And if you never find out an answer, then you just fucking... I'm sorry, but we haven't got time to wait around to see if you can live up to the number 8 shirt that you've got.
But that's not his fault that he's got that number 8 shirt.
No, but he's coming up to 3 years now, bro. And we've not seen him play in 5 games in a row once.
But he's 25 though, Alex, and Gini's about
27.
to go.
You just said he was 27.
No, I didn't say that. I asked how old was he.
Oh, is he 25?
Yeah, people are saying he's 25. So he's younger
25.
than Ox by a while. He's younger than Genie, and Genie's about to go. So
Genie wants to go, lad.
The other players' situations do have a big impact on his one. If it was a solo situation and you said to me, should I sell Naby Keita? I would say yes. But if you explain it like you have and say, well, if you sell him, Ginny's off, Milner's, then I would say, oh, for fuck's sake, then probably not. Do you know what I mean? But if I had it my way, I'd sell him straight tomorrow.
Nah, fair. What about you, Doyle? Would you sell him?
No,
you
you are right. But I would sell Origi. Because I want someone else to come in to replace him. I want somebody else just to be a replacement. And I do think we still need to buy centre-backs. We just do. There's no getting away from the fact that we need some centre-backs now. So whether we buy them now or they buy them in summer, we need them. We really fucking need it, lad.
Get it done.
Do you know what? Actually, Doyle, you've touched on something interesting there. What do you think about these rumours that we're going to go out in the summer and do this big overhaul of a spending because we're not going to do any in the January transfer window? And also, second question, what's your thoughts on that? Because if you're asking me, obviously I'm devastated because all that feels like to me is we're kind of taking a season off essentially this year, which could actually do much more damage than what we think. We might not even get top 4 if that's the case. However, say if we go out and do this big spending spree like we're supposedly going to do, I just think, one, it's too late, and two, it's like, do you think it'll even happen? Because I don't.
No, I think
I see us bringing in 3 players and at max.
Yeah.
Like, what's the difference between doing that then and doing it now? If you're going to do it, put your money where your mouth is. We need it the most now, so do it now. Don't be going, oh, listen, in 6 months. It's like going to your missus going, listen, you don't worry, this summer I'm going to take you on a mad holiday, trust me. And then you get to the day and you end up going to Butlins, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a bit like, oh, is that what you meant? For fuck's sake. Nothing wrong with Butlins. Been there before. Great place. Other kind of holiday park destinations are, of course, available. And if you would like to sponsor... No, I'm joking.
Why do I always get it, lad? Why does everyone say I look like someone on every single stream, man?
No, if you watch
looks... Nah, lad,
John
do I look
listen,
like... Is he heavy? Is he heavy, lad?
He's a good-looking chap, Doyle. I'm not going to lie to you. He's half just sorted you out with that.
Has he, yeah?
Better than John Aldridge, isn't it, Doyle?
Yeah, let me show you Darren from Hollyoaks, because that's a shout.
Every game, lads. I mean, every stream, lad. Someone's like, Doyle looks like him. Doyle looks like that. Like, who was it, lad? Matty Cash last time, lad.
Yeah, I don't know if you'll be able to see that. Can you see that?
No.
No, he looks heavy, isn't that?
Can you see that, Doyle?
Nah, but I bet you it's heavy. Let me see, lad. I'm going to look it up now.
Yeah, Darren from Hollyoaks. Type that in, lads, and then you absolutely smashed it. Yeah, you know what? I see the comparison. That's a shout. Big up your damn self.
Jay's just went, oh my God, that's Doyle, lad.
That's Doyle, lad. Oh, that's Doyle, lad. You know them way there, fella.
Where's this quiz then, the fame?
Listen, the quiz will be coming a little bit later in the show. We've still got a few more things to talk about.
Okay.
That's all right. But don't worry, we're actually going to only touch on these 2 things and then we'll jump into the quiz. But shout out to everyone who's in the stream. Leave a like, subscribe to the Cop TV. Link is in the title. But, boys, Socrates, I've been seeing rumours that he's likely to join Olympiacos, and I brought him up on last week's show simply for the reason that I know he's an Arsenal flop and all this, that and the other. But he's better than what we've got. That's why I said, if we don't want to spend money, why not and get him on a little 6-month long
deal? Bro, he's
signed.
He's already signed for them. He's held up the shirt and everything.
Oh, is that confirmed?
Done deal, yeah.
Then, new question, because I was going to say, would you try and do a last-minute swoop? But if we can't, then why didn't Liverpool go in for that when they could have?
I don't know.
Do you get what I mean? The only thing I'll accept is he didn't want to join. But other than that, I don't really know, because he actually will play.
He's. I asked the same question, mate. Why? Why didn't Jurgen? And he's got his number. He literally worked with him for years at Dortmund. Why didn't he just text him and go, "Hey, he's one day, you fancy it?" And he would have come, but he didn't.
Yeah, I know, man. But he's better than Phillips and Reece Williams.
Mate, I totally agreed. But what can you do? Like, fucking hell. He should have just dropped him a little WhatsApp, little FaceTime. So do you fancy coming Formby for a little poly one and we'll have a chat?
Oh, mate, it frustrates me because it just doesn't look like that we want to do any. And I want to have a poly one watching this Liverpool team. I do. I'm not going to lie to you.
I'd love to have a poly one with Klopp, though. Oh, mate, that'd be
imagine having a poly one with Klopp.
You'd have the potent poly as well, lads.
Yeah.
The tangerine haze.
I'd love to have just a nice green one with Jürgen. I'm not going to lie to you, boys. I think that'd be a
pint and a fag
experience.
would be good.
Pint
and a cig would be good.
Nah, fuck a ciggy.
No, because that's what he likes, bro. Have you not seen the first night he came to Liverpool? He's pictured in a spoons having a Stella and a fag.
Nah, I'd rather have a spliff with him. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh yeah, look at Arshbot.
A nice point. You know what I mean. But Doyle, would you? Why didn't we get Socrates? Would have you took him? Because I can't remember what you said.
On like a 6 months loan or something. Why not?
Yeah,
just as like a little shitty loan.
Yeah,
I would take it right now, lads. I'd just take it right now.
How old is Socrates now?
Like 32,
43.
33.
Get on this. Guess who's still 36 and could still do a job?
Daniel Agger.
Yes, la. Fucking Daniel Agger.
Daniel Agger's the one. He's the answer to all of our
problems. He's only 36.
Yeah,
he's only 36. He doesn't play footy though. He doesn't play footy.
Yeah, but just give him the Zola.
He's the same age as James Milner.
Give him the Zola.
You mean on TikTok too much, lad?
Nah, mate, I'd love Daniel Agger. Give him the Zola. Fucking hell.
Give him the Zola to join now.
Lads, you just shot your phone off, lad.
People, if that banter does not deserve a like, then I don't know what does. Quite frankly, yeah. But the last thing before we do our luxurious quiz, Spurs is our next game in the league. Are we confident?
Heavy. No.
Same.
Nah, lads, how can you be confident that we've been smoked in the last 6 games? Lad?
I know.
Absolutely smoked. Do you know what's the worst thing as well? Jose's going to be like that, lad. Like, at the end of the game, pure made up, lad. Fucking with his 1-0 victory that he's just got against us with a pen in the 86th minute, lad. And Harry Kane, it's the bar and it's the post and it's Alisson and it goes in, lad. He's going to be made up with it, lad.
Let's go in the final. Let's go.
Obviously,
that was actually really, really good. That was such a good impersonation. That was posh. Like that was sensational. Do you know what I mean? That was better than our form.
Bro, honestly, this video of him today, I've been watching it.
Let's go! Obviously.
Nah, listen though, lad, you could do whatever you want to his voice, but if he was our striker, I don't give two shiny.
Oh yeah, I'd be made up, lads.
I'd be like, yeah, man. Oh, mate, that would be absolutely glorious. But nah, I'm not confident, to be dead honest with you. They've even got a good bit of form. They've just beat Wickham 3-1, even though it's Wickham. You know, they're still winning games, and we probably draw against Wickham right now.
Yeah, but lad, there's one team that you can rely that they will never let you down when it comes to bottling it. It's Tottenham Hotspur.
But what have they got to bottle?
Clyde, lad.
Nah, I feel like this is their chance, lad. This is their chance to finally go, yous have bullied us for fucking so many years, and now we're going to fucking slap you. This is their chance to get us back, lad.
Fancy giving us
do you remember when they absolutely fingered us a few years ago, 4-0?
Yeah. That was 2017. Since then, we have not lost one single game to Tottenham, and I know my facts because I had to look at this.
Yeah, it means fuck all when you're in this form.
Now it doesn't.
When you're in this form, it means absolutely fuck all. Yeah, however many times you beat them means
we're shit.
When did we last lose to United?
We're shit.
Doesn't matter because we're better than us at the set. We're shit, lads, and that's not going likely. But let's go for a score prediction for the Spanish games, boys.
I am gonna go for Liverpool 2, Tottenham Hotspur 1.
I'm gonna go the other way around. Tottenham 2, Liverpool 1. I don't want to, lads. You know what I mean? I fucking hate Spurs, lad. Little team of mediocrity, lad. But you know,
they got optimistic Doyle.
That's jolly Doyle.
Tottenham 2, Liverpool.
Absolutely. Do you know what though? So like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, if I was being sensible, then I'd say we're going to lose, but I'm not going to be sensible. I'm going to be me. I'm saying a 2-1 win to the almighty Reds. Come on, you Reds. Even though we're away from home.
Don't do that to me. I like 2-1 to the Redmond.
Nah, you little rat.
Shut up, Gilly, lads. Shut up, lads. 2-1 to the Reds.
Doyle, how's that fence you sitting on, fella?
2
the Reds. 2-1 the Reds. Jürgen Klopp has scored a pen in the 90th minute, lads.
It might change by the time I do my preview, but listen, I'm going to say 2-1 for now. But boys, we've got a quiz. The almighty quiz to end the stream.
All right.
Before we get into the quiz, big up your damn selves for everyone who's been in the stream. I hope you have enjoyed this episode, boys. This is just a regular show from now on. This is certified. This show is my favourite show of the week. Even through a shit week. This show gets me through. And do you know what else gets me through? The show that we do on the Cup TV. Make sure you're there. And make sure you are square. Man like Cup Bottom. You know the score. But
Gilly's shooting everyone tonight, lad. What's going on?
I know, bloody hell. It would be my phone, but I need my phone to stay there. So it's getting the invincibility cloak on. But anyway, the quiz that we are going to do is, can you name Liverpool's top 30 goal scorers of all time? No, sorry, Premier League. Premier League.
Oh, it's Premier League, not all time.
Premier League, top 30 goal scorers in Premier League era. But here's the twist. We're not writing anything down. It's one at a time. So Doyle will go first. We're not actually doing this. We'll do a flip of the coin now.
Lad, Gilly's going to win, lads.
Doyle will go first, then Alex, then Doyle, then and then I'll give you like 10 seconds or so. We'll adjust the time as we go along.
On it, lads.
Do you get me?
Yeah,
right.
Good quiz. That's a
Let
good
me
quiz,
find.
lad.
You're on it.
Yeah, Gilly, lads. Yeah, lads.
2 can play that game, buddy. Yeah.
Right. I've got a 1 pence coin.
By the way, look at that.
Who got you that wonderful sticker there, lad? Ahmed's.
Some
head, lad. Anyway, what thingy? Heads or tails?
Heads.
Okay.
Let's do this. Right, I'm going to shut my eyes so you know I'm not rigging it. Well, I need to actually get.
You need to look to see where you. Yeah.
Yeah, are you happy with that throw? Do you want me to give it a little?
No, I'd like a re-throw, please, buddy. And I'd like your eyes to be open so you can see where you're catching it, please.
Yeah, facts. You happy with that? That?
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Boss, right, give it a little shuffle. Right, so who said heads?
Doyle.
Right, right, so I haven't seen it yet. I'm looking at you. Now you can see it. What's that?
Heads, lad.
It is heads. So, Doyle is first. And may we continue, boys. The top 30 Liverpool goal scorers in the Premier League history. I've got to have time to write it in as well. So then once I say you're right, the other person has got to go. If you're taking too long, I'll let you know. But let's get into it. Doyle, you are first. Let me know when you... Now, do you know what? On your marks, get set, let's go.
Mo Salah.
Premier League era, Mo Salah. That is definitely going to be one of them. I need to be able to spell it. Yep, that is one. Alex.
Steve Gerrard.
Steven Gerrard. I'm not going to lie, I got a bit thrown off with the accent. But yep, Steven Gerrard. Doyle.
Suarez.
Luis Suarez. Yep, man. Yeah, man. Alex.
Ishalio Mane.
I appreciate if you just speak normal because I'm getting confused. Your accent's too good. But yes, Doyle.
Robbie Fowler.
Oh, yes, of course. Alex.
Michael Owen.
Oh, he said Michael Owen, and that is certainly one in the list. Right, Doyle. You've actually got the top 5 so far, and 7th.
Invite the fan.
Milan Baros.
Whoa. Oh my God, he actually is. Woo! Alex, come on, lads. He's put himself back in the game.
Emil Heskey.
Man like Hesk. And he's in there. Doyle.
What, lad?
It's your turn.
Okay.
Yeah, he's buying time. Look at him, man.
Doyle, you've got... I'm going to have to rush you.
Little rat.
All right.
Fucking rat, you know.
Fucking Louis Garcia.
He just about got an answer in there. Will it be correct? Oh shit, I weren't even typing. Yes, he's right. He is 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 right. Okay. Alex.
Roberto Firmino.
Okay, Firmino. That is right also. Boys, before we continue, if you say a name and it's wrong, then the other person wins.
No, lads, you've got to give the
All
other
right,
person.
then. Okay, how about this? I'll give you 2 lives. If you say a wrong answer, a life goes. And then
Now, what you
if
do,
you lose all your lives...
is you throw it to the next person, lad, and if they don't get it, then...
Heavy.
No,
Yeah.
because you can't
All
do
right,
that.
whatever.
There's no points. Yeah, exactly. So shut it.
Right,
This
I'm
is
ready.
my show, man. Right, okay. Go again. So we've just got Firmino. Go with...
Phil Coutinho.
Okay. Alex.
I will go with Dirk Count.
Oh, man like Katie. Yep, he is in there. Doyle.
Did you do man?
Doyle. Yes, Katie already finished. Come on, Doyle, stop stalling.
Fucking. Harry
4.
Q. I can't remember, lad.
He's actually in there.
Fuck off,
See, Gilly, shut the fuck up, lad.
Nah, he's not in there. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm joking.
Right, I've got another one. That's a life loss for him.
That is a life loss. So Doyle's got 1 life left. Alex has got 2.
Peter Crouch.
Man like Peter Crouch. Let's have a look. Yes, he is in there. Doyle.
Xabi Alonso.
Man like... He was close, but... Nope. He's lost his other life, but I'm going to give him 1 more. And if he loses, he's like on 0. He's on 0, so then he'll go on to minus. Right, Alex, you're next.
No, hang on. The game is won. I won.
No,
he
shut
lost.
up, Alex.
Sorry.
It's my show, motherfucker. I've said this to Doyle before. It's my show. You've still got 2 lives. Stop being a bitch. I want to 2 more mid-roll ads. Come on, sort of brother out. I'm only messing. Like, come on.
Oh, so you actually still want me to?
Yes.
Sturridge. Have some of that, you prick.
He is right, Doyle.
He hasn't got nothing right now. He's got fuck all.
Look
at him.
This could be Sterling. He's in there. I mean, he was on the last second as well. You saw that, Alex. But Alex...
Absolute disgrace. Ian Rush.
He wasn't in the Prem, was he? Was he in the Prem?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Right,
he's played up until 96. Sit on that.
Colin Moore, lad.
Yep. I'm gonna be nice here because he deserves it. You've been a bit.
Do you know what? I'm gonna go with.
Gonna have to speed you up though, Alex.
No. I'm gonna go with Risa.
That is not one.
Have you put 2 eyes though? 2 eyes.
Oh, is it 2 eyes? Oh my God, he actually is in there.
See?
Fair play.
The knowledge is fucking hell.
I put 2 eyes. Doyle.
No way.
Oh my God, Gilly, shut the fuck up, lad.
Doyle, come on.
Literally
Patty
got 2
B,
wrong.
lad. Patty B. Lad, you're 2-0 down to me. Shut up, lads.
2-1, actually.
Shut up, kid. It's not. It's 2-0. If you win this one, it's 2-1, kid.
Wait there. Tell me to spell the full name.
Patrick Berger, lad.
Patrick Berger. How do you spell Berger? Is it B-U-R-G or B-E? I can't remember how you spell it.
Berger.
Yeah, he's in there. He's in there. Alex.
Fucking hell.
Ooh, it's getting saucy.
How many left?
There is 1, there is 2, there is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Right. I'm going to go with Craig Bellamy.
Bellamy! Nope. Alex has lost a life, Doyle.
This is a joke. He's literally, you said the rules were 2 lives. He's almost on 3 lives now.
Nah, you've got 2 lives left, though, Alex. You've got 2 lives left. Nah, he's
Alex
on 0.
Chill.
What?
Alex hasn't got 2 lives left.
Nah, he's got one. But I've got to give him 2 because I gave you an extra one. So, Doyle, come on. And time is up. Time is up. Time is up. We have got a winner of the chicken dinner. It is your boy, man like AGT. He could not be touched. He could not be stopped. And he is the winner of the Liverpool top goal.
You know what? I could have given you another one there, though, bro.
Go on.
Sammy Huppier.
You didn't say Torres, none of you.
I said Torres.
Doyle said Torres at the start.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said Suarez.
No,
I did say Suarez as well. I said both.
One of us said Torres. One of us said Suarez.
No one said Torres. Get on this. No one said Torres because I've just typed it in and it's just popped up. So none of you said Torres. Even people in the chat were saying Torres. So you've never said Torres.
Scored 60 goals for us, didn't he? Or something.
Something around there, my mate. Something around there. But yeah, we can see some of the rest. So this is what it is in order. So Robbie Fowler's number 1 on 128. Then it's Gerrard. Then it's Michael Owen. Mohamed Salah is the 4th. Luis Suarez, Fernando Torres, Sadio Mane. All like them different type of ones.
Give us a mad one, lad. What's the maddest one in there?
The maddest one.
I thought Risa was mad being in there. Risa was a bit mad. I know he scored goals, but I don't know if he scored that many goals.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
40-odd goals for us, bro.
Risa? Fucking hell.
Sammy Huppier scored 33 goals for Liverpool.
Jamie Redknapp's in the top 15.
That's mad. Didn't expect that, lad.
In the top
Steve
15.
McManaman, lads.
Steve McManaman's there. These are the players you never said. Steve McManaman, Fernando Torres, Jamie Redknapp, Jordan Henderson, Danny Murphy, John Barnes, Sammy Hippier, James Milner, Divock Origi, Yossi Benayoun.
Divock Origi is in our all-time goal scorers.
Top 30 Premier League, yeah.
He's got about 27, I'd say.
He's got 19.
There you go.
Got 19. But people, that has been a wonderful stream that I absolutely enjoyed.
Still losing, Gilly, lads. Gilly, you're losing still, mate.
Yeah, you've
and he's doing that.
Doyle.
And he's won one. And I didn't gloat like this. So next time I win one, lad, Gilly, you are getting smoked, kid. All right? I was humble about my one, lad. You're getting smoked.
You're only as good as your last.
I can't wait to fucking murder you. Can't wait, lads.
Out of context.
Hey, boys, actually, before we do sign off, get on this comment. Have you seen the beefed up Fernando Torres?
He's in, lads. I'm going to set him on Gilly now to punch his head in, lads.
Steroids.
Yeah.
He's on steroids.
I'll tell him in Spanish. Doyle is the one you want to be knocking out kids at, and he'll just come and knock them.
He won't, lads.
But people, make sure you go subscribe to the Cop TV. Make sure you subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And boys, anything else you want to say before we sign off?
I would like to say thank you for the win. Really great to win tonight.
It's the only win you're getting recently, Alex, lads. It's the only win any of us are getting, so.
Yeah, you're only as good as your last quiz, and I won mine. Doyle lost his, so cheers.
Because I won the previous 2, lads.
All right, cheers.
Keep losing, lad.
Peace
out there, people!